Ashton TV, joined by manager Steve Cunningham after the 2-apiece draw at Ilkeston. Steve, another good point on the road, but 7 without a win now. It's a good point, but you could possibly look at it as 2 points drops playing 25 minutes against 10 men.
You're trying to get me sat there, man. No, I think, listen, no one knows it more than us. The lads are disappointed, but we've played really well tonight. You know, compliments to both teams. I thought both teams just played some really good stuff. I mean, the surface here is fantastic, and what a great facility. It's the best AstroTurf. I thought Buxton's was very good. It allowed us to play some good stuff, but this is different, and you could see the difference as soon as we got the ball down and we started playing. We looked a different animal. But our Achilles heel at the moment is the goals that we're giving away and the bad ones, and you know, we're conceding 2 goals a game, and something's got to change with that, and we will. Listen, we've scored 2 away from home and we've not won, but this is a tough place to come. But some of our players have drove 2.5 hours, 3 hours, stuck in traffic 3.5 hours. So to come here and get a point, yeah, we've not won now in a few games, but we're still sitting 7th with a game in hand, and look, other teams are dropping points. We're not, even though we're dropping points, we're drawing, and we're picking points away from home. You know, a draw against Bamber Bridge, a draw against Marine, a draw here. They're good points. Yeah, I think it's disappointing that we've not won a game, but they defended really well when they went down to 10 men. Limited us to very little. We weren't very street smart. We should have got the ball out wide and created 2v1 overloads. We just didn't do it. We tried to still play through them where it were busy. Something to work on. And then, yeah, it's just a good point, mate. That's how I'd put that down to.
You mentioned the fantastic playing surface, 2 sides, playing football, what you perceive as the right way, passing it around, playing through the fields, building up from the back. But James Hardy, obviously, signed at lunchtime, signed at dinner time as a permanent transfer. He's slotted in at the number 10. It's like he's never been away.
You've seen the difference in the first half. I think, like you say, it lifts other people in and around him, and the performance level from Nathan Lowe, Al Byrne, Marcus Cassani, Mitch Rose, that quartet of players. The first half, I thought some of their link-up was the best you'll see. Honestly, I thought we played some very, very good stuff, and people will see the result, and people say we've not won again. But if you paid your money to watch that, that's some good football played with very, very good technical, intelligent footballers. And he's like the bit of glue that just finds pockets, and it just ball sticks to him. And he just, like I said, the link up between him. You look at the goal from Lowe, unbelievable. That's what we know Nathan Lowe's got in the locker. It's about time. We had a bit of a chat with him, but he knows himself. He's got high standards, you know, and the piece of skill before it, when people see that on a highlight, that's top level elite football skill, that, and then the finish. But yeah, James Hardy, it's great that we've been able to get him on a permanent now. You can see he enjoys playing football. Technically, I think he's one of the best I've ever seen at these levels of football. We're lucky to have him, and yeah, we just keep building on our team now to make sure that we start turning some of these draws into wins.
Obviously, Saturday comes down at the Schooner again against Atherton. You know, playing surface-wise, you could argue it's possibly the other end of the spectrum. You've seen the pictures doing the rounds on the socials in the last couple of days. It's going to be a different game on Saturday. How do you perceive that going?
Yeah, we all know, everyone knows that. They know that. They work bloody hard as well, you know. They're not a football club that's got a full-time groundsman. You know, they don't have all the machinery. They've not got a 3G facility and stuff like that. It's a proper local football club that does its best, and unfortunately the weather, sometimes you can have an half-decent pitch. See, like,
we must say we've seen that at Hurst Cross
in
the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and I just think the weather sometimes makes it worse than what it actually is, because you can play one game on a pitch and then it looks like a cow field. So I won't disrespect Everton calls, because I know them and I know how hard they work, like most, you know, football clubs do with the limited resources. But in terms of game, there's no excuse. They'll be hurting after tonight, because I've just seen the results. They've had a bit of a battering, haven't they, from Macclesfield. But again, Macclesfield played on a pitch like this. They'll probably do that to teams, whereas on Saturday it'll be completely different. So don't be expecting a 6-0 for us just because they've been beat 6-0 tonight. We saw in the FA Cup game what a really good, tough team that Dave Chadwick's put together there. They'll fight till the end. It'll be a very tough game. Look, I will take a 1-0 scruffy off the backside of somebody. I really don't care, as long as we can get a win. We're not far away from picking up wins again. But if you look at how many games we've lost in the last 20 games now, with league and cup games, we don't lose many. So I look at that and go, sooner or later we'll win some games, we'll draw games. You're picking up points away from home, especially on the long distance ones, and then we take care of the results that we know that we're good enough to go and win, and then you pick up your points from home. And then I don't think we'll be a million miles away from what our agenda was, which is challenging for a playoff spot come the end of the season.